So today we're gonna do a little closet door installation. Friend of mine wants different closet doors. These ones suck because they're hanging all over the place, and the guide broke down there at the bottom. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. So we're gonna pop them off and put some nice mirror ones on for her. All right, so we're gonna start off by removing these bad doggy dogs. Pretty much just lift them upward and out. They're on a little track that's kind of like it's got like a hook like this, so the wheels are sitting like that. So I'm swinging them out. Jiggle, jiggle, and there it is. And then they come back and out like that, right? So I got them at this angle. All right, here's the bottom track I was mentioning earlier that was broken. Since it was jacked up, it allowed me to get the other door out pretty easy. But for this door, we got to swing it inward a little. So we're gonna have to just remove these screws and. Okay, so now we're gonna get this out of the track. We're gonna push it inward. Where is that? Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. All right. Ideally, you push the door in as far as you can, but there's a ton of stuff in here that I'm not going to move for this particular friend of mine. So if you give it a little bit of elbow grease, it'll kind of clip out. Right? The easiest way would be have nothing in there, but we're good. All that track's coming out anyways. Next step is to remove this old track, which is caulked in there. So I'm just going to get in here with the utility knife and score and cut right along this paint and caulking line. Let's take a couple of screws out here. So I'm just taking the screws that are chilling underneath here. See the hole right there. There's another screw right there. So there'll be a few screws there. Just remove them. Cool. Now it's loose. But what's keeping it right now is this caulking and paint. All right, time to remove it, but what's holding on is the caulking. I cut it, you can see it's separating. There's a little bit left there. I'll cut a little bit more now that I have a gap. And there we go. It's coming down. We got this in here too. You can see where it's still kind of sticking. I'll get that as well. Now it'll be easy peasy to get out. Previous door, we had to put a little spacer that went across the top here, a piece of trim that went all the way left to right, that would close the gap a little tighter because it was 82 inches, a little bit wider. So that's the way to solve that. Some closet doors you can buy that will be a little taller and cover that, but this particular one they wanted, so I brought the piece of trim just in case, but we won't have to do that. All right, now we're going to cut the track. So I have the old track here and the new track here. I brought that down with me, and just to make it easy, I'll just use the old track length. We knew that worked. And cut the new track based on the measurement of the old track. So I'll just put a little mark here on the side. So just make sure that they're both even, right? All right, that's perfect. On that side, I'm not going to move it, just kind of holding it here, and then I'll gonna mark in red there. Get a little speed square. And I'm gonna transfer that mark to the top side. Here. So I can cut it. All right, we got that thing marked. Word of advice, put your piece of track down on a piece of cardboard or something, cloth, because the bottom of it could get scraped up if you're like on concrete floor or whatever. You want to keep things sexy. I'm cutting today with a 24 TPI teeth per inch blade from Milwaukee. It's a 6-inch. I really wish I had like a 9-inch or a 12-inch one, but this is what I got right now. Okay, so I'm going to cut this with the miter box. We'll see how much success we get here. I think we'll be okay. Let's check it out. Another trick you could do is you could put like a piece of wood or something to brace this so it doesn't move so much. But we didn't have the luxury of doing that because I don't have that. So we'll just continue to cut. We're almost done. And there we are. All right, now we're going to measure the area for the bottom track. Bottom track's going to go across, left to right, 57 3/4, and to as far out as I'm going to bring the track. The original one has the track like back here more. I'm going to bring it up to here so that the clothes don't hit. I'm not sure why they did that originally, but basically what happens is the closet doors will run into all these clothes. That's what's been happening, right? Because it's too far that way. You bring the track out a little bit, gives you at least 2-3 inches of more clearance so the doors actuate. So I'm measuring out to here, right, from this edge, which ends up being right at the trim right there. So I'm measuring from that trim to the trim on the other side. All right, here we go. We're gonna measure out 56 5/8. That's what our measurement was upstairs. Measure twice, cut once. Sometimes I've measured once and cut twice, and that didn't work out good. All right, so this time I'm gonna nice up. All right, one more cut to do. We got to cut our base that goes underneath the track. This goes underneath this bottom track, right in the center here. So we can screw down to it. So that's about where I need to be. And I'll put a little mark there. Got this bad dog cut on this side. We're just gonna do a little filing just to alrighty, and we got a few little jingers there. You know, just because I rock doesn't mean I'm made of stone. I got some there too, but I got some spray paint, a little bit of gloss white, no big deal. All right, look at that. Bam. Jingers all gone. Nice and sexy again. So the new track is 2 1/4 from the top to bottom. It's 2 1/4 high. And we got this trim in the way, this existing original trim. So I'm gonna have to trim that out or cut that out. All right, so I'm going to the edge of this, to the closet wall, this outer edge. I want it to line up with that as best as possible. So I'll just get my square here and get a pretty good, there we go. Pretty good guesstimate of where that's going to be at. So that's money right there. There we go. Just give it a little bit. Careful not to crank it down too much because you don't want to strip out the screw. Remember, it's just a closet and you're getting three screws down on it, so. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drill a third screw in there. All right, here we go. We got our track all cut. I'm gonna slide it right in there. All right, we're gonna center it up as best we can, and then pop a little screw right here. Oh, come on, baby. Time to put on the closet doors. But before you do that, make sure you put these little guide bushings on. I've seen some closets where they're missing them and the closet doors pretty much just moving back and forth, dangling there. So they only go on one way with the little chingadero on the inside. You can look at the directions, but this goes inside this little slot right in here. And then this edge here goes on top like that. So if you push it in, that's pretty much it. The wheels on the bottom. Door goes down at an angle forward. You can see that, and up inside the track. It's a lot of room. And then it just sets down. The wheels just set down on the bottom right there. Here, we're gonna do that screw adjustment I was talking about. So, right here, this guy, probably a better view of it right there. Yep, that guy you can get with a screwdriver or with the drill. And screw it clockwise, and what it's going to do is it's going to raise up the wheel or push it downward. Make sure you're getting a shot. Here we go. You can see it's dropping the wheel down, and then that way I can sit on the track. And basically what I do is I just try to adjust them about the same length. And then what you'll have to do is adjust them so that they're both even with the edge of the door. So we shall show you in a second here. Same thing, no magic. Drill it down. Now our wheels are touching the bottom of the track there. And then we'll do a little adjustment to make sure that the door sits flush. So here's what I'm talking about. If you look up and down, there's a gap here, right? And it's tight at the top. So that means that this side would have to come upward. Adjust the wheel upward to get the gap to close. I don't know if that really made a difference. Maybe. It looks good. We're gonna go with it there. And remember, we were contending with how the edges were built and whatnot, so just get the best you can. installed and adjusted. Nice line down the side. Everything looks all sexy up top. And that's it.